she likes
so she might have problems with yours.
You're using a swivel?
No, she just the link wasn't working, and she tried resetting her password and doing all that. So.
And I looked in the other building for that teacher's edition.
Yep.
And I couldn't find it. Hey. Okay. Is it following me? Let's see.
Yeah, all the downloads for it that I found were either really sketchy if they were free, and so I didn't do it, or you had to pay for them. So we'll make do. What's that? Oh, no. Okay.
Can you hear me, Kanda? I don't think you can hear me. You can? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it seems to be working fine. Okay, it wanted me to close down something. I was going to start over, but I think if it's working, it's fine. Okay. All righty. Here. So y'all are, did you get finished with your homework? No. Any questions on it so far? This is 1-7, am I right?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we get out at what time?
12.
12 back?
Yes.
It's 12 1? What?
It is exactly.
Yeah, I know.
We get on it.
I thought we got out.
So how far along are you on it?
I'm at number 13.
I'm at number 21. I mean 22.
Number 13.
Okay. Do y'all need the numbers back up here, or do you have it?
We have, or I have it.
Everybody has it?
Yes.
Okay. So and that includes the success organizer too, right? Let's see if we can get all that turned in by the end of the period, hopefully sooner. And I'll be available to answer questions. Question? Yes. There is one. Is that what? Oh, yeah. They've got it. Thank you. She's my personal assistant. I'm gonna open the chat. Number 4. Candace, you see the box on page 67? That'll help you with number 4. Okay. I can help you, or if you want to put it on the board, I can put it on the board, whichever. Question? Which one? For A or B? Because I flipped over, so there should be a negative in front, and it got moved to the left. You'd have x plus 1 and moved up, so at the end, so x plus 1 squared Yeah, and then, yeah, I think that should work. How do they have it written? Is it just like that, or do they have a -1 afterwards? Or? Yeah. Yeah, so that negative is what flips it, and that +1 is what moved it up, and that +1 is what moved it to the left.
It's a vector, but of course, vector's cousin. Like a little.
That's when I had it down the board, but, okay, so you have these points, and they want you to do this transformation to it. And so, like, it has a negative in front of the x.
So here's,
Yeah, so you change the sign of the x one. So you have +4, 2, and then plot that. And then +2, -2, that kind of thing.
say one every.
On every dot, all 4 dots. And then you can do, and then you connect them and you'll see your little thing, but it'll be flipped or moved somehow. And then when you do this one, you're gonna multiply every y value by 2, every y value, and then plot them, and then that'll be a stretch. You'll connect them, and you can do each one in a different color. If you have different colors.
This one.
That you're gonna subtract 3 from the y value. This one multiply the x value. So if you're right next to the x, like the negative sign there or the 2 there, you're gonna change the x. So that it's the whole thing, the whole f of x. You're gonna do the y. And they, you can check it with the answers in the back too. They show you. It wasn't following me. And this is stopping me.
Where she sees everything.
The first gen Terminator.
Yeah,
This
that's
is how
what
it
Mr. Ross
ends.
said.
This is how it ends.
Mr. Ross said. T1. It's not that clear, you just get the flower.
Or that got us to -4.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So
Wikipedia is in the white.
Yeah. -4, I think that could be -3.
Can't think of where they is on Wikipedia.
Back to work, no talking. Yeah. You might have an extra, but you know, for pens. I have an extra. Borrow if you want. It's just that all, it's all sorts of all the colors. Yeah, cool.
positive vibes need to be a thing.
So Candace, on the success organizer, did you get the pictures? You got the pictures? So you could just, can you just write, can you read them okay? So if you just want to write the answers on a piece of graph paper, just like instead of filling in the blank, you're just writing an answer on the graph paper. You don't have to rewrite the success organizer, all of it, just to put your answers on paper. That would be okay. Would that be too hard? What does that mean? You will try. Okay. And you don't worry about the end of the period. Just get it in maybe by the end of the day or something. Switch. Got it. Number 5. Do 5 on the board. Does that make sense on the board? So you just place them as odd values on the graph. Like if you just had, if you just had this, just the parent function, it would just be like this. Okay, that's what absolute value of x is. And so you want to see what subtracting 1, adding 1, and adding 3 does to this parent function. And so we know that when you put a number afterwards, and like a -1, that means it's going to move the whole thing down 1. So it started here, it's going to move down 1. And then if x is +1, if the c is +1, it's going to take the whole parent function and move it up 1. Okay, for +1, it's going to move it up 1. You do the original and you move it up 1. And then for 3, you move it up 3. 1, 2, 3. And so it's just a transformation. And there's a number at the end of the function that adds it. It's a vertical shift. Where and I'm going to freeze it there. Yeah, that's the weird stuff. I didn't see it. I'm 21. Let me do 21 on the board. First, I want you to identify the function to the parent. Just grab the sequence and get to grab the G. G of X. C. Here's the graph. D. Function notation. Does that help?
Oh.
It's over the y-axis, it's in front of
Do
the
what?
x, and it's in front of the whole thing, f of x by y, it's in front of the whole thing, it's over the.
Wait, what number are you on?
Whatever you want.
23.
25.
47.
Well,
Yeah, the
technically
higher.
I'm on 25.
I just feel
I just skipped the part.
Yeah, but see, yeah, it's the other way around, so.
Can I just do this on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that way, you can have your one, that'll be fine.
So I was just wondering, the 45, why it's, I mean,
I'm gonna just
Over the y-axis, and then the 7 is,
to the right.
I think it must have moved it to the right,
Yeah, they smell like
I
markers.
mean, to the,
So then
okay, so it's like, it's kind of like negative x plus
Things, they smell like markers.
the markers smell like Coca-Cola.
No.
and then what's outside this,
They don't smell like
Good.
Coca-Cola.
-2.
-2.
I missed this.
Okay, so this moved it left
Yes.
7. But then you reflected it over the y-axis. Okay, and so it started out like this. Okay, but then let's just do this first. So left 7 means it went,
Right.
went like this. And then when you flipped it, reflect over the y-axis, that swung this around over here, and so it's doing that now. And then you go down 2, so it does that. Is that what it ends up doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Sometimes the order of them is kind of weird. I think that's what they did on that one.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Ah, very good progress. You check any of these with the back of the book? That'll be helpful too, because if you do, then you can like make a note of the one that's not right. Yeah, some of these are pretty tricky. But it'd be good to compare. Huh? That's, if you want to do it different, on a different, like on the graph paper, each one separate or something, you can, or something like that. Are you taking those?
Yeah, with the version switch,
I can't. Me, I don't like the vertical and horizontal stretches, so what I have to do.
because right here, on C, isn't that just a vertical switch? Or is it horizontal?
Think about it changing the slope, which is kind of tricky, making this steeper and making that steeper. But what's better to do is, since f of x means y, putting a 2 in front means you're gonna, to each y thing, you're gonna multiply each y by 2. So you're gonna have -4 and then 4, and then -2 and then -4. Okay, so you're multiplying the y by 2, but leaving the x the same. That's kind of what helps me. Yeah, you have to look at whether it's affecting the x, like this negative sign affecting the x, and so you just make each x opposite, and that in effect flips it over the y-axis. Okay, and then here this is the whole thing. So you're adding 4 to each y coordinate, which basically shifts it up 4. Okay, and then here you're multiplying each y thing by 2. Here you're gonna make you're gonna subtract 4 from each
So
x.
you're gonna go right,
Right.
or, and then
This you're gonna go
flip over the
down.
X.
No, but you're not flipping it. Oh, and that, yeah. See, that's- Yeah, that one's kind of tricky.
And then down and then over the X axis and down the line.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That.
Just multiply each x coordinate by 2. All right. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so I'm gonna I'm gonna put B on the board. Still going, James?
Yeah.
Keep going. Don't get distracted. See, this one was 5. Okay, yeah, that could go. Let's see. But yeah. Is this showing up at all? That's all. Here, nope.
You use the down button.
Oh, you see that? Okay, probably. It's not going down. I'm not doing it. Oh, wait.
You press the middle, maybe if you freeze it, you can control it.
Maybe that's what it is. Freeze it. I'm still experimenting. I think it's where it needs to be. I'll be really sneaky. Okay. We just need to and freeze it. Okay, I'm gonna erase 21. Anybody else need 21? Yeah. Okay, let me-
The ABC stuff.
I'm going to change this way.
You try it here.
It's not everything, it's just like letters.
That you just showing up, probably not. Can you see this part now? I did it with -1 and then I did it with 1. The 1's in red. And that moved it over this way. -1 moved it that way. Well, -1 caused it to be x plus 1, so it moved to the left. And positive 1 made it be x minus 1, and the minus moves it to the right. And so if I have a 3, x minus 3, that's going to move it, let's see, I think so, right 3. It's not moving out, so is it visible? If I can get it to,
Force it down.
yeah. Kinetic persuasion.
Involuntary.
Percussive maintenance.
Hmm?
Percussive maintenance.
Yeah. You do what we gotta do. Which one are you on now?
45.
45?
That's what comes after 29.
Really? Second line? Jump down to the
The last one's 45.
Oh,
51 odds.
47.
47. Okay. I know 45.
47 through 51.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
why would we-
I know, that would be weird. Question?
How in the back of
Donkey.
this a
Donkey.
I think or shrink of 1/3,
Mhm.
but how would they get that? If it's
Even brought that up.
What?
What even brought that up?
There's
If you
donkey
think about
bump
it,
that I have, like,
everything, every x value got multiplied by 3. And so that stretches out this way. So you get a horizontal stretch. What did they say?
of 1/3.
They did vertical,
It was a horizontal shrink.
horizontal stretch. I don't like this. 25 is, no, wait, 20. Well, okay, let's make it steeper looking, which like a 3 would do. So let me think if I can. But slope thing makes sense too, that it seems like it's steeper than the normal one. Let me do analysis of it. That was 29.
Yeah.
Okay. Some value and roots. So, 1, 2, 1.4, 2. I'll say 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 1, 2. So this one's right here. Okay, so that's the original one. Okay, so if I do 0, I'm still gonna get 0. I'm gonna do 1, I'm gonna get the square root of 3, which is about 1.7. negative square root of 6. Okay. I kept my values are getting larger. One way of thinking about it is, you know how if I had something like 16x, I could rewrite that as 4 and then x, bring the square root of 16 out front.
Mhm.
So if you brought that out front, it'd be like increasing the y values because now it's out in front of the function.
Mhm.
And so, because now with these new values here, let me do 4. That's going to be square root of 12. 3.4. 6, 5, 9. 9 and 3 is 27.
I just don't know how they got, like, for 1/3, how they, like.
Okay, so, yeah, I know, by 1/3. But I'm looking at keeping the x's, I'm holding the x's as constant.
Mhm.
Maybe if I should hold the y's constant, but this is gonna be 1 and 1.7 and 2 and 2.45 and 4 and 3.5. 9 is 5.1. So it is doing this thing. And move this. Question. What number was it? 25?
29.
29. So if you take this, and squeeze it in, it's gonna make it go up. In other words, like, this would have to keep going quite a bit further before it would be the same level as this. And so I'm pushing all of this back, shrinking horizontally. And that's confusing to me too, as far as trying to see shrinks and stretches. It really is just changing the shape to me. And so it looks like it's making it steeper. What I think is when you put a number in front. And whether you put the number in front of the X or the Y, it's still going to be the same effect as making it taller or steeper. And they call it a horizontal shrink. Like this point right here, it's like smoothed in up here. And all the other ones have the same way. And then just if you're just following what they have in they say like 71. And so when they have like right here F, C, X, what it is, where the transformation of the horizontal strength. C is greater than 1, so 3, and that's greater than 1. That's how I'm trying because like if Yeah. Okay. I will answer questions some more tomorrow. But try to get as much done as you can for homework. Y'all hear that? Yes? Finish for homework? We'll turn it out. We are cafeteria today. Okay, so you can send me questions and I can send you answers. Okay, talk to you later then.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.